Vittorio Little Vic Orena, born August 4, 1934, is a powerful New York City mobster who became the acting boss of the Colombo crime family. A challenge by Orena to boss Carmine Persico triggered one of the bloodiest mafia wars of the late 20th century and the last major mob war in New York to date. Born in New York City, Orena's father died when he was a child. Orena spent time in a reform school and eventually dropped out of high school. According to his son, Orena entered the mob life because the wise guys he knew had risen from humble beginnings and had become big figures in his neighborhood. In the early 70s, Carmine Persico, the boss of the Colombo crime family, had a few people made into his organization, even though the books had officially been closed since 1958, barring any new inductions. One of those men was Orena, who rose through the ranks and operated in Brooklyn, Long Island, and New Jersey, primarily in labor racketeering. Orena was a well-dressed individual who projected a traditional business image. In 1985, Persico and several leading Colombo figures were convicted of racketeering charges. In 1987, Persico and underboss Gennaro Langella were each convicted in the Mafia commission trial and sentenced to 100 years in prison. In the separate Colombo trial, Persico was sentenced to 39 years imprisonment, Langella 65 years imprisonment, and Alphonse Persico to 12 years. To run the family in his absence, Persico named his son, Alphonse Aliboy Persico, as acting boss. Persico then named a three-man ruling panel to run the family. In 1988, he dissolved the panel and named Victor Orena, a loyal capo from Brooklyn, as temporary acting boss. When John Gotti became boss of the Gambino family in 1986, Orena was able to expand his criminal dealings with the Gambinos. He became a top earner in the Colombo family. In November 1989, Orena allegedly ordered the murder of Colombo mobster Thomas Osera, who allegedly skimmed mob profits and let police seize the Colombo's loan sharking records, and had supposedly killed an associate of Gotti. On November 13th, Gregory Scarpa, a Colombo enforcer and FBI informant, strangled Osera with a length of piano wire. Most believe it was because of Orena's strong stance against narcotics that Scarpa, along with fellow mobster Carmine Sessa, eventually turned against their boss. In 1990, Orena was accused of conspiring to poison a racehorse named Fins, the son of a famed Seattle slew horse, for insurance money as part of a larger horse murders scandal. By early 1991, Orena felt that Persico was keeping the family from making money, and that he himself should become boss. In addition, Persico had been negotiating for a television biography. Orena and several others, remembering how federal prosecutors had used Joe Bonanno's tell-all book as evidence in the commission trial, believed this proposed TV special would bring unwanted law enforcement heat on the family. Orena first asked the commission to summarily remove Persico and declare him boss, but the commission refused, saying that Orena should instead follow Mafia tradition and ask his capos if they supported him or Persico. In accordance with these instructions, Orena instructed Sessa, his consigliere, to poll his capos to see if they favored him taking over the family. Instead, Sessa alerted Persico, who ordered a hit on Orena. On June 20th, 1991, a five-man hit team including Sessa and Hank Smurra laid in wait near Orena's Long Island home. As Orena was driving down the street, he recognized several men in the parked car. Realizing they were waiting to kill him, Orena drove away. By the time the gunmen spotted Orena, it was too late to act. The Colombo conflict soon spiraled out of control. On November 18, 1991, Orena allegedly sent a team to murder Scarpa, who was ambushed as he was driving with his daughter and granddaughter. Scarpa and his family escaped unharmed. In retaliation, Persico loyalist Smurra, a member of the June assassination team against Orena, was shot dead later that day. On November 29th, Sessa survived a murder attempt while driving his car. On December 3rd, Scarpa sent a team to kill Orena soldier Joseph Tolino. Tolino escaped, but his companion, Genovese family mobster Thomas Amato, was killed accidentally. On December 5th and 6th, William Cutolo sent teams that killed Persico loyalists Rosario Nasasa and Vincent Fusaro. On December 8th, Orena supporter Nicky Grancio was killed. Soon after, Matteo Speranza, an innocent employee of a shop owned by Persico Associates, was murdered by a young Brooklyn underling, Anthony Liberatore, and his father, who were trying to make a name for themselves in the Brooklyn faction of the Colombos. The Liberatores cooperated with FBI once imprisoned, but were not found credible. By this time, the Colombo warfare was receiving a great deal of public attention. On December 16, 1991, the Brooklyn District Attorney summoned Orena and the other Colombo principals to a grand jury meeting to testify about the conflict. The mobsters all refused to testify. As the war progressed into 1992, Orena was indicted on charges of murder and racketeering. To ensure his personal safety, he had gone into hiding at his girlfriend's new house, which was still under construction in Valley Stream, New York. On April 4, 1992, agents arrested Orena at the house. A search uncovered 4 shotguns, a large supply of ammunition, and a bulletproof vest. In testimony made in 1997, Gregory Scarpa Jr. would claim that his father planted the guns in the house to frame Orena. However, this charge was never proven. On December 22, 1992, Orena was convicted of racketeering, the 1989 Osara murder, and other related charges. He received 3 life sentences plus 85 years in federal prison. By late 1992, the war had petered out and Persico remained in control of the Colombo family. On March 10, 1997, a judge refused to overturn Orena's conviction. The appeal was based on an alleged conspiracy between Scarpa and his FBI handler, Lindley DeVecchio, against Orena during the war. On January 16, 2004, a judge denied Orena's appeal for a new trial. As of November 2021, Orena is still serving a life sentence at Federal Medical Center near Devens, Massachusetts. While in prison, he became a Catholic Eucharist minister, helping the priest administer the Eucharist and precious blood to inmates during Mass. It was reported in April 2021 that Orena has dementia and is now reliant on a wheelchair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of our Mafia TV series, please like and subscribe. Until next time, forget about it.